Hello everyone, it's Lefranzine here for Dark Whale Gaming, just bringing you a short video for Hitman Go, which has recently just been released on console and PC. Now, if you know anything about Hitman Go from Square Enix in Montreal, it is originally a iPhone and Android app game, which, as you can see, has been ported here onto PS4. Square Enix very kindly sent us a code for this so we could have a little play around, and I've done my best to try and solve some of these puzzles, but I'm actually possibly the worst person to do this job because I suck at puzzles. Now, I have written a review for this as well, which will be in the links below, but I thought it'd be nice just to show you a little bit of the gameplay so you have a rough understanding of what you're actually in for, as screenshots don't really seem to do it justice. So in these initial levels, you can see that it's the basics of the gameplay, really. You just move around the board, and it is that pretty much the whole way through. Board game style. Some of the pieces are static, some of them will move, as you'll see later on in the video. But to begin with, these are the basics. So as you can see here, you've got Agent 47, and he's got this pathway he needs to follow. In example, for this level, you've got your blue bodyguards there, and we need to decide which way to go. And these particular bodyguards, they do stay still unless you do something to make them move, but if you get too close to them, they will see you and they will take you out. Now, what you can do in this game is you can opt to try and take out all of the bodyguards as you would do in the normal Hitman games from the series, but sometimes that's a little bit trickier than you might anticipate, so you can go with the option of not taking anyone out at all. I tend to like to get rid of people just because it makes me feel a little bit more secure, but as you can see, the levels do tend to ramp up a little bit. For example, in this one you get the added bonus of having a distraction in the form of a few rocks, so I'm going to chuck that over there and get this guard to move out of my way. Lucky for him, I don't have to kill him. I could have done, but I decided to be a nice Agent 47 and not do that this time round. So here's where things start to gear up a little bit. You tend to get enemies that move, and in this one we also have some shrubberies that will come in quite handy. Now, you do have objectives in this game, which are those little cards that you see pop up at the end of every level, and they basically, well, help you sort out whether you're going to try and collect that briefcase, if you're going to try and do it in as many moves as possible, or if you're just going to take everyone out and just get to the end. I'll be honest, there are quite a few levels which I haven't aced everything, and it is quite handy to try and get these as many as possible, just because in the end you'll need them to unlock later levels. Now, this is the tennis area, I suppose is the best thing you can call it, just purely by the box. But there are more areas available, and they do get more difficult. In a few moments time you'll see one of the other levels from one of the later board games, I should say, and that will just show you basically the additional extras, I suppose, that they chuck in there for you in the form of trapdoors. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't got very far in the game. As I did say earlier, I'm not particularly good at puzzle games. I do occasionally just work it out by accident, and it is a very happy accident and very relieving, but it's not a particularly frustrating game. So here, for example, you can see the trapdoors that I was mentioning. Now, I haven't played about much with this, and the next level after this I pretty much have given up on because it hurts my brain. But all in all, Hitman's quite a clever little game. I can imagine it being very enjoyable on your consoles. However, I'm not entirely sure whether it's definitely going to be one that should have been ported onto PC and console. I see it as more of a game of dipping in and out of rather than spending hours and hours on. But all in all, it is quite fun. I would definitely suggest picking it up, and there's a lot to do in it. Lots of levels, as you can just see coming up now. There's so much to do. You can unlock all these levels and have a jolly good time, get a bit of audience participation involved, or even just ask people to do them for you. Whatever floats your boat. I certainly hope you'll enjoy the game if you do pick it up. But for now, thank you for watching. I certainly hope you enjoy it. Please like and subscribe, leave comments, feedback, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Until then, it's bye-bye from me. Take care and keep on gaming.